Hey, just going to do a super quick video of how to change the oil in an oil filter in an SR20. So to take the cowling off, the first thing, and I'm not taking the full thing off today, but you take out the screws that are here. Then each of the screws that run down the middle. Don't do the screws on the light. And then you turn the half-turn screws along here and along the top. Also, I put masking tape along the leading edge there and on the propeller, just to make sure that I don't scratch it. Then you lift that off. You can do it as one person, and then I go and put it on a blanket. Then to take the bottom pieces off, what you'll need to do is undo this this little nut that goes around the air hose, which basically connects to the air inlet, and then you pull that off. Then the second thing you do is, on this side there is an electrical connection for the light. So you just unclip that, and then you can take the two bottom pieces off. And then to do your oil change, just make sure you've run your engine to get it warm. I'm not doing an oil change today, but then there's a little valve just above here, and so what I do is I get a 25-litre bucket, which is sealable, so I can seal it and put it away between goes. And then I got exactly a 1 meter tube. The thickness doesn't matter too much, but mine's rigid, so then I can basically prop it against the bucket on the floor, and then up into the oil, turn the oil, and then let the oil start draining. After you see about 1 or 2 liters in the bottom, I then get an oil sample just by taking a quick sample of the flow, and then put that tube back on, and then send that to a lab for analysis. Whilst that's running out, and I just finished doing the oil filter just now, you've got to unclip this safety wire on the oil filter at the top, and you basically just clip that. Make sure that you don't let any parts go into the engine. Then you can basically unscrew with a wrench the top. It should come off without too much difficulty. If you're sort of finding that you're buckling it or anything, it probably went on too tight. I've had that before from when a mechanic put it on. And so once you've taken that off, keep it to the side. So here's my old one. I'm going to cut that open in a minute and check for any metal fragments caught in the filters. So once you've done that, then you get the new oil filter. Get a little bit of oil, either from the old filter or from a bottle. I live in quite a warm place, so I use 100W plus from Aeroshell. Just run that around the ring of the top there, and then start to screw it back on. So you'll notice that that's the old smaller filter there, and this is the 100 hourly filter. I may still change the oil every 50 hours, but I thought I might as well put the bigger filter on. The downside of that is the clearance at the top is really small, so the torque wrench that I've got there unfortunately does not fit in there. So the other way to do it, which I'm a little less happy about, is you turn it till it's reasonably tight by your hand, and then you go 3/4 of a turn round, which is what I've done today. Then you need to put the safety wire on, and of course you can't reach that, so I've missed that bit. Before we put the oil filter on, we looped probably about 25 centimeters on each side, so 50 centimeter bit of wire. So the wire comes out of one of these, so basically pull out about 1/2 meter of wire out of that. There's a little loop in the back. You'll see when you cut off the last one where it was, there's a little loop just behind the oil filter. Pull that through, and then start to twist it round. Then once you've got the oil filter on, then you basically just push it through this little clip. It's a little bit tricky, and then cut probably about 4 centimeters, twist it tight, and then I curl it round just to make sure that there's no sharp bits, so nothing can get caught on it in the engine. Once you've got that on, you're pretty much done. Your oil by this time should be drained, which would be just down here. I'd say that it probably takes about 10 minutes, I would say, to drain that if you warmed up your engine fully. So probably I'd say an oil filter and an oil change probably takes about a total of 30 minutes or maybe 40 by the time you got all the tools out and everything. And so then once that's stopped running, basically you just twist the top so that the top pops down. You'll feel it quite distinctly. It does move a fair way. Once it's done that, then obviously dispose of the oil through a local garage or somewhere that specializes in oil disposal. Then you'll need to put the clips back on. The best way is to put the half-turn screws on first, then go on and put on all of the other normal types of screws. Then you go and get the top, put that on, and then probably again do the half-turn screws first on top of there. And it's really important that you do the screws at the front of the cowling, otherwise the plastic can rub against the propeller and cause quite a lot of damage. And that's pretty much it. I hope that was useful, and yeah, just send me a message or something if you want to know any more. Cool, thanks very much.